See you fools later.
Oh man, he always gets picked.
That's because the ladies love me. My brother, you always know how to make a man look his best. Oh, she's a brick house. Come on, Timmy, you gotta hit that. I swear, this chump's got no game. Every day he cramps my style. Yo, I'm still here. Hello, Timmy. Oh my God, they're gonna put me in the lost and found. No! Oh, thank the Lord. You scared the hell out of me, man. Now this is what I'm talking about. Highlight of my week. Ooh, she smells good. Guess who grazed a boob today?
You are such a pig.
It's all right, baby. There's plenty of me to go around.
All right, you're good.
Four, three, two.
It's BSU Tonight! Featuring Jacob Palka, Stephen Albert, Tim McBride. I'm your host, Zane Goose Elderly. On tonight's show, the BSU pianist. Tonight's special guest, Becky McDonald. And now, it's BSU Tonight!
Two people clapping.
Yeah.
2, 1.
There's 4 people in the studio right now.
And my therapist wants to know why I have a drinking problem. Just like, come to a taping, but he doesn't, and that's the reason why. Welcome to the show, everyone. We hope you're a lot more ecstatic than the people working the rest of the things. How are you doing tonight, Timmy?
I'm great. I think something that not a lot of people have noticed is that I now have a beard
Yes.
and you shaved your head. It's like an opposite.
I think more people notice that I shaved my head. I mean, did you see those luscious locks in the intro? Yeah, they're good. That's real good. A lot of Brill cream. A lot of Brill cream.
A lot of it.
I like my hair, but I just didn't need it. So I got rid of it. There were several reasons I did it, you know. None of them charitable reasons, which is a lot of people hide behind.
A lot of them were mean reasons.
Yeah, a lot of them were terribly mean reasons. But you know what? We got to switch things up. We got to show that we're daring. We have to do things. I mean, I broke this light down. I just broke the light. I shaved my head. Are we not showing Letterman that we can do different crazy things?
We can do anything, really.
But what is it that he has that we don't, Timmy?
Oprah.
Okay, well, when we need Oprah, we don't have... No, man.
We could
no, man, I'm talking about a band. I'm talking about music, man. Like, there's no music. There's no liveliness. We need...
We need something to fire the people up.
That's exactly what we need. So I went out and I found someone within our budget, which is non-existent, so he's working for free. And I actually haven't heard him play, and that's fine, but I don't even know his name. I really did not do any background prep on this. I just brought in a guy who said he had a keyboard.
Yeah.
I think he's setting up. Are we ready? Is it...
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Look at that, huh?
Okay, you did good. Wow.
All right.
How we doing, Zane?
Yeah, we're doing real good.
Doing good this evening?
Yeah, I'm doing real good.
Yeah.
Maybe it would help if we actually had a
Back to you,
studio
Zane.
audience.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're looking
great.
wonderful, Zane.
Yeah, you too, sir. I'll just call him sir till I know
Sir?
his name. Yeah. So I think it's pretty good. Yeah. All right. So I mean,
let's get right into
a
it
lot
then.
going into the news today. I think we should focus on first our thoughts and minds are on several subjects right now. I mean, recently it was reported that at the Pittsburgh Zoo, there was a boy that fell over the railing.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently there wasn't a barricade high enough, and the net wasn't in place. He climbed up, fell over, and he passed away. Which is just like, why do we have zoos if they can't be secure? Has no one seen Jurassic Park?
Yeah. Whoa. I mean, this is a boy dying.
I understand that. I'm not making a joke here. I'm just saying it doesn't matter what you have security-wise. There's always a problem.
Yeah. Play something. Lighten this up.
I mean, for God.
I could do lots of things on the keyboard. Like you get
Really wasn't trying to go for a
brass.
joke.
No.
here.
You get the brass, and then you get the jazz organ.
We're gonna.
What happened to the intro that you played?
Yeah, it's just kind of. That wasn't even you. That was the Casio.
Oh no! It's a pre-recording of me.
That's you.
Yeah. I studied extensively.
I think I might have made a huge mistake.
I was on Last Call with Carson Daly. Yeah.
How come?
Well, that's
how come you're
not
not
saying
still on
anything.
Last Call with Carson Daly?
I switched to Ellen. Actually, I was on Ellen. I was dancing in the crowd on Ellen, like when she does the dance.
Yeah.
You like that?
So you weren't. So you didn't. You went from playing with Carson Daly to being employed and attending an Ellen show. Is that what you're telling me?
No. I had to buy tickets to go to Ellen.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna clear some things up, and we'll be right back. So with more musical providence, and the monologue and the top 10, it'll actually be funny, I promise. Oh, hello. You caught us warming up for our new season. See, in order to be funny, you have to be physically fit, and by physically fit, you make the co-host do all the push-ups. There you go. Keep going. That's right. BSU Tonight. You'll watch me make the jokes, and the rest will do the work for me.
Watch BSU Tonight, Thursdays at 10 on Cardinal Vision.
What better host do you know that has better hamstrings? Nope.
That's what we have. It's an audience.
Wait, he has an audience, or we?
He has an audience. We don't.
And
have
we don't have an audience.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't want to bring that to light. But
You know what Letterman doesn't have? He doesn't have pipe organ 5.
No, but he's got Paul Schaefer.
Yeah,
He's a lot better than you. Let's start with some jokes for
Yeah,
the monologue.
yeah,
We've got some. There's been a lot of stuff going on that isn't sad and tragic and everything. However, we are starting. I mean, Timmy, you've heard of Hurricane Sandy, haven't you?
Yeah, you mean Hurricane Sandra.
What?
It's just a superstition I have. I don't like to call storms by petty names.
You like to give them real royal titles like Sandra?
I don't want to piss them off.
Well, there are a lot of Sandys that are pissed off by the comment that you just made. I know one.
What are they?
She'll be watching. She'll be pissed. I'll make sure get in touch. Well, following Hurricane Sandra, water made its way into the first floor of the NYSE.
Well, it sounds like Sandra took Occupy Wall Street a little too seriously.
Ah, yeah.
That's my Robin Williams right there. I do impressions too.
Okay, so who doesn't like to play Words with Friends these days?
Yeah, yep. Best way to waste my education in lecture halls.
Well, Words with Friends has released an actual board game version of the app, not to be confused with the exact same board game, Scrabble.
What the hell do they think they're, like, what is this? They steal the Scrabble idea, they create a board game. God, is there no originality left in the world? I mean, am I right? Is there no,
10-point word score right there.
It's like reheating.
I didn't even get to the punchline of that one. They've scrolled up. It's gone at this point. Could you wait till the joke is done?
Wow, you did good.
I did real good.
This was a
I
great
always
idea.
do good. So a man in New York is suing his church for $3 million.
Oh, really? Why?
Well, after praying to God during service, a giant crucifix fell on him and broke his leg, proving that if you pray hard enough, there will always be a payout. I mean, at least in the Catholic Church, or you're an altar boy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that works too.
He should pray to the gods of funk. Oh, what the?
Well, Well, this week, last week, and it was huge. It's still going on. There's a lot of debate, a lot of discussions going on about Disney buying out Lucasfilms.
Yeah.
And they're continuing. I'm freaking out.
I heard.
Star Wars movies.
But what's going to happen? Do you think it's going to be good?
Well, I don't know, but we're getting a Star Wars 7, 8, and 9, or at least a continuation off of the films we loved, and not stuff that is coming before that we
Are they
really
going to be Disney
about.
renditions of the...
Well, that's what many people thought when Marvel was bought out by Disney, but they brought us the Avengers. So it's interesting to see if Disney and Lucasfilm can work together to produce good Star Wars. So obviously, that's all we haven't even written a monologue. We've been so excited about the Star Wars films. So we here at BSU Tonight thought it would be appropriate to do the top 10 roles that former Disney stars will play in the upcoming movies. Let's see the graphic!
Yeah!
I love it. I love it every time.
Shredding.
The top 10 former stars from the Disney Channel and their roles in upcoming Star Wars films. Timmy, start us off at number 10.
Number 10, Raven Simone as Mace Windu.
Yeah. God damn it. Number 9, Josh Peck as Porkins. He'll have to put the weight back on. Wait till I finish the joke, man. Come on.
Number 8, Ashley Tisdale as Princess Leia.
Who's that? What?
Number 7, Zac Efron as Anakin's stunt double.
Number 6.
Hold on. When it's finished, when we finish it, and after the laugh, that's when you can play a little musical interlude.
I like your hair, Zane. It looks spiky.
Number 6. What's number 6, Timmy?
The Jonas Brothers as those one guys. You know, the dun 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 dun.
In the cantina? Yeah. Okay. Number 5, Shia LaBeouf as Jango Fett. I'm really not looking for him to ruin another beloved childhood memory of mine, so I don't need him in Star Wars, really.
Number 4, Zac Efron as C-3PO.
Number 3, Miley Cyrus as Aunt Beru. She could get the best of no worlds. She dies.
That would be the joke.
If you're not a Star Wars fan, you're not getting this top 10 list, and frankly, we don't give a shit. So
Number 2, Lindsay Lohan as Yoda.
This one has been
the wrinkle. Yeah, she plays the character. She doesn't even need makeup.
Wrong with the Force with you.
Have you ever seen Star Wars?
Yeah, do you even know what we're talking about, man?
I'm a big Battlestar Galactica fan.
Great. And the number 1 role to be played by a Disney star is Billy Ray Cyrus as Chewbacca, because we all know you can't understand either one of those two. Awesome. We've got a really fantastic interview. We're going to do something about the guy behind me, so stick around. We'll be right back.
You know, I actually,
it's going to be a great show.
Come on.
I once
you
had
can't
sex
talk
with
over
Carrie
us.
Fisher.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. You know, finals week is just around the corner, and I know I want all of you to do very well on your tests. And I know your friends do too. But if you're going to wish your friend good luck on an exam this year, make sure you realize what you're actually trying to say. A lot of people will use very explicit terms that involve hurting the test or doing very terrible things to the test in order for you to do well. I just want you guys to realize what you're actually saying. We're going to take a look at a couple scenarios when you say good luck to someone taking a test in a certain way. So let's take a look at the first one.
Hey, good luck. Thanks. Kill this test, all right? Kill it. Just, I want you to bury it in the ground and kill it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take it down.
Okay.
Yeah. Spit in its face. Just kill it. Holy, what the hell? It's not a Christmas ham, okay?
I'm killing my test!
Don't tenderize it. You're not supposed to
So next time your friend tells you to kill that test, why don't you leave your knife at home and just take the test? Let's take a look at another scenario.
Well, hey man, this test. You got this. Just on it, all over it. What are you trying to ram a wedgie out of your...
No, I was on the test.
Why are you on the test?
Is this not America?
That's just plain disgusting. None of that. Absolutely none of that. Let's take a look at one more.
Hey man.
Yeah?
I want you to rape this test. I want you to tie this test to the bed and just rape it. Okay? You got this? Just bring a car battery, some Vaseline, whatever you want, and just show that test who's boss. Okay?
Yeah.
You got this?
Mm-hmm.
All right, man.
What is going on?
I'm just doing what you're telling me to do.
I don't understand. Please don't say things like that. If you want someone to do well on a test, just simply say good luck. I'm gonna leave you with one more scenario, but till next time, good luck on your finals.
Hey guys.
Yeah?
Yeah? Let's take this test outside, like a homeless guy we don't know, and curb stomp his teeth in, and then light him on fire and throw him in a dumpster.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Come on. Yeah.
Why can't they just take tests like normal human beings?
So what do you think about that keyboard guy? You like him?
I don't care for him at all, really. I just think he's disruptive. I don't think he's funny.
I think he's a little funny.
I don't think he's funny. I
mean-
think we need someone more like a Paul Schaefer and not a whatever the hell that thing is.
That would make a great
It just kind of gets
show.
on my nerve. You were laughing real hard. You were loving it.
I
I was not.
If we had a Paul Schaefer, it would make a great show.
I think so. I think a Paul Schaefer would make any show great. I don't know what that is. That's like auto-tune keyboard and spazoid, whatever. Anyways, I'd like to move into the interview portion of the show. This week, we've transgressed. I'm just making up words now. We've looked at a lot of different topics over this season, and one thing I'd like to talk about is, because we're a university talk show, the topic of life after college has come up. And when you talk about life after college, you typically sort of see that there are different viewpoints from the professor's aspect and then also from the practitioner's aspect. And luckily, we found a way to get both of them on in a single form in the interview. So please, if you could give a warm round of applause to our guest, Becky McDonald. Come on out!
Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome to the show.
You can have a seat. Right
You have a seat here. Timmy can scoot on down. How was your trip in?
Oh, it was wonderful.
It was good?
Wonderful, just excellent, best top-rate service, first class all the way.
We really try, and that's why we
I
thank
know
the
you
Yellow
do. I
Cab
know you
Company
do.
for helping us out. 18 hours, long drive.
Well, I was thinking it was a plane. Okay.
Oh,
so-
well, I just mean, I don't care how the guests get here, as long as they do.
As long as they get here.
So to talk a little bit about your background, you're currently a professor of public relations, correct?
I am.
And before you were a professor in public relations, you were a practitioner in the field of PR for how long?
About 6 years. I worked, the most recent job I had before coming here was Assistant Director of Communication and Marketing for the Ohio Dental Association. And actually what I did was public relations. The people I worked for just didn't like the term public relations. So I called it something else, but that's what I did.
Okay, all right. Well, you've been in the field for a while. A while. We don't ever get into specifics on here.
We don't want to
so I don't think you'll have to worry. But I think one of the topics that is more occurring now is the aspect of life after college and kind of how it's evolving.
Scary.
Scary would be a word that you would use to describe
Well,
it? Or?
I think it's more challenging now than it was, say, when I graduated. And actually, when I graduated from undergrad, journalism major, I thought I would go to work. But I started looking at the jobs that were available, and there were jobs available, and they weren't very high paying. and I got an offer to go for my master's, so I did that.
Okay, so you.
But I just think there are a lot of challenges now.
Oh, absolutely. I would agree with that. Now, you say you went and you got your master's. Beyond that point, after you have gotten your master's, how long did it take to acquire a job from that point, for you personally?
Not very long at all. We moved from where I'd done my undergrad and my master's to Columbus, Ohio, and I'd say I was employed within a month.
So within a month. And do you think that having the graduate experience or just even the title kind of helped along, or was it more luck?
Sometimes, yeah, well, both. I think it was both. I think my excellent skills, of course.
Well, yeah, you have to
my
go through
multidisciplinary background.
You have to go through a rigorous application process to just get on the show. So we know you're qualified.
Yeah,
I mean, they know that you're qualified.
Well, that's what that was. I wasn't sure. I thought I was being investigated by the FBI.
And see, that's what we hear a lot, and it's just it's the legality sort of thing. Now, we've talked about the change, and I'd like to get more specifically in that. But do you feel that in this day and age that technology has really played a part in that?
Oh, of course. Of course. I mean, I look back to when I graduated, and I don't know how we made it then. We had nothing. I mean, we still went to World Book encyclopedias, for Pete's sake.
So, I mean, with just kind of, and I would say that it's assistance and help. It's just kind of, it's in a way, it's maybe reduced, or at least reduced the appearance of academic rigor at universities with just how challenging things can really be, because when you have such a versatile tool such as a laptop in front of you, really, you don't have to leave your own home.
You don't have to. No.
And it's with that aspect that we're seeing a link between schoolwork and reports that are done in college, where if you have Wi-Fi capability and a laptop, you have everything at your fingertips. But people are now applying that to after college. And instead of looking to be a part of a large firm, they're looking more into being a more empowered individual and doing the work on their own. Is this a trend that will continue to grow?
Well, I think it will. It used to be that people would work for someone else for a while. And then maybe after so many years of working for a PR firm or a corporation or whatever, then they'd go out on their own. I think maybe people are going directly out of school and starting to do their own thing.
And would you say that that's almost too quick of a pace, or do you think that
I don't know that I could say it's too quick of a pace. What would worry me if I were doing that is these mundane things like health insurance and a guaranteed income every month, and how many contacts do you have that are actually going to turn into jobs?
That's interesting. And I think that these are all aspects that need to be considered. Just because you are a professor, I'm sure you have a preferred method of just kind of how someone should kind of go through the system. Do you?
I actually don't. I say you do what works.
Really? And that's just based more upon the individual than an overall system or structure?
Based on the individual and based on the highly competitive job market that we have today.
That's very true.
And one of the things we have here, of course, and I know you know this, is the mandate that you do an internship. At least one.
Which isn't required at all other universities. It's more of a recommendation instead of...
Well, I think it's required at other universities. I mean, I haven't done a survey. I couldn't name them, but I'm sure we're not the only university, the only program that requires an internship.
No, absolutely. But I mean, it was just kind of the emphasis that's put on it in the entire school, like in the entire school of journalism and public relations, is just that you can sit and you can listen to someone lecture, but the only way you're really going to truly learn is by getting your feet wet and just kind of going through it.
That's absolutely right. The best that we can hope to do is give you the basics to introduce you to the area, give you a little bit of in-class experience and some group project experience. You have to get the real experience on your own by doing an internship.
So, I'd like to go back to just where we were talking about how more individuals can, out of college, kind of support themselves. What kind of fate does this spell out for large companies, large PR practicing companies, or companies that have large PR divisions?
I don't think it spells out a fate that is ominous, because I think that the person just coming out of school is going to be doing the type of work that is not being done by most public relations firms. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense to me.
They're going to be competing at two different levels.
Now, I mean, and I know that your area is in public relations and my area is in public relations, but are we seeing a similar trend among, all different sort of facets of college outside of journalism and public relations? I mean, it's not your expertise in area, but at the same time, it's just kind of like, you know, I would say we had a guest on that talked about the telecommunications aspect of this university, the School of TCOM, and that with, you know, equipment becoming a lot more available to them, they can go and do projects on their own.
Sure.
So do you think that, you know, it's the public relations, you know, area that is really experiencing the most kind of advanced techniques with individual progress, or do you think that as time goes on, people are just finding a way to support their own and do what they love on their own without having to, you know, suckle off of a group, if you will, or be a part of a larger group?
How long was that question?
That was long. That was real long.
I'm not sure. I was sure about a third of the way in when I was.
And then now you have no idea.
I've forgotten it now.
Timmy, Timmy's lost most of the times.
Do I think this is something that's happening just in public relations and communications?
I think that would just be a lot simpler. Yes.
Well, I don't know that for certain because I'm not in those areas. I'm sure there are some majors where there's a more programmed way that you get jobs after you graduate. I would say that for those of us who are in the social sciences, probably, you know, in the communications areas, we're seeing a lot of students, graduates, looking for innovative ways to get jobs.
So for the viewers that are kind of watching who may be in college, I mean, what are just some basic advice that you would just kind of give them about, especially upperclassmen who are about to leave their academic bubble?
Well, this will sound really odd coming from me, the great procrastinator, but you cannot procrastinate this. You have to start working on this the latest in your junior year. Others might disagree with me on that, but hey, they're not on this show, so I'm not worried about that.
That's exactly right. Yeah, you've got the floor.
You have to start thinking about the internship requirement. You have to make the contacts that you can of people who are working practitioners. Do some informational interviews. I know profs are always saying that, right?
Sure.
Well, we mean it. Do some informational interviews. You just, you know, start getting your feet wet, so to speak, with any kind of project that you can, or any kind of student organization functions where you produce results that might get noticed by a professional. You've got to have a plan.
So, and you're addressing extracurricular and just kind of things you can be involved with, and you mentioned networking, which is a definite huge tool in public relations, but the more and more you branch out, it's that networking can really not do you any wrong in any field that you decide to go in. But would you put an emphasis on networking among like fellow students in the classroom, or not necessarily?
Right. I think that's important. I think your primary area of networking should be people who can hire you, or people who can mention your name to someone who can hire you.
It was a guest on the show that says it's not who you know or what you know, it's who wants to know you.
That's right.
And it just kind of transcended above that. That's awesome. Well, I'd like to thank you so much for coming on the show.
Oh, and I thank you.
It's been a really insightful interview. And is there any shout-outs you'd like to make to anyone who may be watching?
Well, I know many people will be wondering about the glorious costume outfit that I have on today.
I mean, this is the Mackinac Island shirt.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's cold out.
Mackinac Island, I highly recommend it. No shout-outs.
No shout-outs. All right, wonderful. That's the second guest I've provided shout-outs, and they're just like, no, not really. So, I mean, that's fine. That's all right. Awesome.
Whatever.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you very much.
We'll be right back with the wrap-up, so stick around. Don't go anywhere.
Oh, hey, Mr. Letterman. As a student at the Ball State University TCOM School and a producer at BSU Tonight, I hope to one day be just as successful as you. Maybe even more successful. I bet your prestigious building will one day be named after me. Try to stop me.
You know, I actually had a lot of points that I wanted to contribute, but I never got in.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're PR people. We talk fast. You got to jump in and just kind of say your piece.
Well, mainly it was because of that, like, 2-minute question that you asked.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, well, you don't know anything about 2-minute questions, do you?
No.
No, exactly. I saw the interview you did when I was sick.
What?
You don't think I watched the show?
What?
Doesn't
think it was
matter.
bad?
Doesn't matter. I think I got my vengeance past that whole episode. What are you going to do after college? Do you have a plan?
I don't know. What are you going to do?
Well, me, I'm just going to graduate in 4 years and then make it famous and live off the land. I'm really not going to do anything.
Hey, that's a good one, Zay. That's a good one.
Yeah,
Hey,
you know what? No, what we're going to do is I'm going to unplug this, okay? So you don't have a working piano anymore. That's great. Should have done that at the start of the show.
Well, you know, on a serious note, Zane, I don't have a place to stay.
Oh, he doesn't have a place to stay. Let me guess, you're a struggling musician, huh?
So no, could I stay at your place? Actually, can I give you my laundry now?
No, you're not.
No.
Is that your only outfit?
Hold on this.
Oh my God! It just reeks of hemp and dead cats. Put it back on.
I already put my stuff in your car, so that's in there. And you have a couple parking tickets too, but I didn't.
I don't understand where the hell you came from or what's going on here. No.
Is this struggling artist?
No.
I'm gonna leave this right here.
I think we're done. I think great.
Hey, how many toothbrushes do you have?